Hi, this is Eden and Katie, and we are doing our podcast today for June 29th and June 30th. We had been a little bit behind because there was no Wi-Fi at Seaside, and we had just been taking the time to enjoy the beautiful outdoors in Homer. So we're going to start off with the 29th. What did we do the 29th?
Well, we woke up and I had to wake up early and go to the laundromat along with a couple other junior leaders, and that was because the laundromat had Wi-Fi, so we got to upload our things we had been working on the past couple days, and it was really nice because we got to shower and do our laundry, and then everyone else got there and we all showered and did our laundry, which is always a good time. And then there was a farmer's market across the street.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time there, at least I did, while I was waiting for my laundry. I bought a necklace and some earrings, and I also got this kind of cinnamon roll that was had strawberry stuff in it. It was really, really good. And there were a lot of different vendors, a lot of people who were selling Alaska Grown t-shirts, which was pretty spiffy too.
Yeah, and we had lunch there, so we got to eat whatever we wanted at the farmer's market, and Joey Bailey and I split a wood-fired pizza, which was really, really good, and so that was fun. And then after the farmer's market and everyone's laundry was done, we got to go tide pooling with Conrad, Carmen, and their daughter Erin, who are really close to Ishtar.
It was really exciting. We saw a lot of different things. We went down to the marina and we walked out on the docks, and that's where we met them. And we pulled stuff off of the docks and got to see it. So we saw a couple of hookworms, and we saw some sea anemones and sea stars, or starfish, and we saw a lot of kelp too.
It was a really fun experience because all the kids got to hold and find whatever they wanted. You just laid on the dock and reached your hand in, and you could always find something interesting. So, everyone had a really great time tide pooling.
My favorite thing about the tide pooling was when Carmen talked about the tides, and she said that the dock, which is pretty spiffy, moves with the tides. And so the tides can go from anywhere from 1 foot raised to 15 foot, which I think is pretty amazing. That's a lot of water. And I really enjoyed spending time tide pooling because you always get to learn a lot of new things. And Carmen and Conrad are big marine biologist people, and Conrad's actually written a book, and all the profits from his book go to his daughter Erin's college fund, which was pretty neat to see too.
Yeah, their daughter Erin is just so adorable, and she's only 8 years old, and she's so smart. She knows everything her parents teach, and if you ask her about an animal, she'll just rattle off so many facts. It's just amazing to see such a little girl know so much, and it's so nice. And then after we had a great day of tide pooling, we had a little bit of time on the Spit, which is just off of Homer. It's a bunch of shops and food places. It's just a great place. Everyone saves their money to shop here, and we mostly just looked around for an hour or so, and then we went back to Seaside Farms and we made dinner, and we had leftovers, and it was actually really good. We had some salad with a lot of spinach and stuff in it, and then we put salmon over the salad, so everyone really enjoyed that.
I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. I had a onion spinach vinaigrette. It was really tasty.
Yeah, so all in all, it was a really good day. And then on the 30th, we woke up bright and early for an all-day whale watch.
Yeah, so it was with the Rainbow Tours, and I believe the boat took off at 8, and Conrad was on the boat with us, which was really interesting because he got to tell us about everything that we saw.
So, the ride out there to where we were going to see the whales was a little iffy because a lot of people were seasick. It was just really rough ride, but we all helped each other out. There were just so many people rubbing other people's backs and helping them if they had been vomiting or something, and it was just really nice to see everyone coming together and help those who were not feeling the best. But once we got past the rough current, it was smooth sailing, and everyone felt a lot better after we got to where we were going to see the whales. whales. And the first batch of whales we saw, I think those two whales were like mating. They were in love with each other, those whales, and they were just really fun to watch. They were flipping over, and then they were starting to get agitated, so they'd like slap the ocean water, and that's because of the boat. The sailor said that the boat coming up behind the whales would be like if you were sitting in church and a chainsaw came up behind you, so they get really agitated by the boat. So then we left those whales.
And we moved on and we saw another pair of whales where it was like a mom and her calf. And they were also like fluking and slapping the water and stuff. So we all got some really, really good photos. And apparently it's very unusual for the whales to like roll over and slap the water. We didn't see any breaches today, but we were still really excited to be able to see the whales. We also saw some sea otters, and Conrad was saying that they can like weigh up to like, everyone always thinks that like sea otters are really small, but some sea otters weigh like around 90 pounds, and they're actually really like quite big for their size. Also that like the sea otters are known to like hold hands when they fall asleep, so that way they don't lose their like other sea otter friend in the water. And so we also saw some puffins and I think one sea lion who was not in the rookery. He was just by himself on a rock. And then after we all made it off the boat,
we headed back to campsite and we were all really drained. It was like an 8-hour boat ride, so that was a lot, but it was such an amazing experience. We all had such a great time. So we got back and we were all pretty hungry. We had a packed breakfast and lunch on the boat that day, just some granola bars, sandwich, things like that. And then we came home and had some nice warm chili and chips and cheese and maybe some sandwiches for the vegetarians, so that was nice. And then everyone was so tired. I know that right after I had dinner, I just went to my tent and fell asleep when it was bedtime. I just fell right asleep because we were all so tired from the day, but it was a great kind of tired because we just knew we had such a nice day.
I think everyone really enjoyed the boat ride, even though some people were a little woozy. They all had a good time by the end, and I think that kind of concludes our podcast, so thanks.
This is your 2013 podcast committee signing off.